Thank you. All right. Dear distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a warm afternoon to you all. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all to this event today. My name is Precious Patrick Edet, and with me here is Sana Mansoub. And we're both fifth-year medical students of the English program here at our university, Poznan University of Medical Sciences. And it is indeed an honor to be your MC for this occasion. Before we start, we would like to greet the authorities. Thank you.
We would like to kindly acknowledge the Vice President of Poznan University of Medical Sciences, Professor Grzegorz Ośkinis.
The Associate Dean for Basic Sciences, Professor Anna Jankowska.
The Associate Dean for Preclinical Sciences, Professor Grzegorz Dworacki.
The Associate Dean for Pharmacy, Professor Franciszek Główka.
The Associate Dean for International Exchange, Associate Professor Jan Majela.
The Associate Dean for Dentistry, Dr. Katarzyna Baksalare-Edzicka.
And finally, the Associate Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Alicja Karinowska-Wyszczarz. Welcome, everybody, today. The Poznan University of Medical Sciences, with much pride and honor, presents to you this day its annual White Coat Ceremony. Before we introduce our guest speakers of today, Precious and I would like to say a few words. Seeing you all sitting today, I remember 5 years ago when I sat where you're sitting, and I was feeling hopeful and excited about starting a new chapter of my life. But amidst all of that hope and excitement, there was also worry about trials that we might be facing in the future, what may lay ahead, if we will make it through or not. And those trials are something that we all face as medical students. For example, balancing everyday life and priorities. But having been through all of that, after 5 years now, I want you all to know that it's possible. I've done 5 years of medical school. I'll be graduating in a year, hopefully, and it's definitely possible to get through. It's definitely possible to succeed in medical school. It's possible to get through it as long as you don't forget to put in your hard work, put in your time and your effort. And most of all, something that I look back at and I remember is always thinking, don't give up. Do not ever give up, whatever happens, because you can push through. Precious?
So, what Sana and I are trying to say is that the price of success is hard work, the dedication to the job at hand, and a strong determination to the things that we want to see happen. That whether we win or lose, we sure have put in our best to the task at hand. We would like to leave you all with an inspirational word from E.O. Wilson. You are capable of more than you know. Choose a goal that seems right for you, no matter how hard that path might be. Strive for the best. Behave honorably. Aim high. In difficult times, persist. The world needs all you can give. Thank you. Now, we are highly honored to welcome our first guest speaker, Dr. Louis M. Kolenkiewicz, MD, Fellow of American Society of Nephrology, who is an alumni of this university, and also an eminent personality in the field of medicine. He is also a major flight surgeon in the US Air Force. He graduated from our university in the year 2002. He is the Chief of Nephrology and Hypertension Division at the White River Junction Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Vermont, United States. He is also an assistant professor of medicine at the Dartmouth Medical School in New Hampshire, United States. Please welcome Dr. Kolenkiewicz to the stage.
Wow. Whoa. Maybe I should just go, just leave. Okay, so we have to do the formalities. So, Vice Rector Oshkinis, honorable deans, faculty members, parents, students, and guests, thank you for having me here. I'm honored and happy to be here with you as you receive your white coats. And you all look very professional. Even without the white coats yet, you all look professional. This is definitely an amazing moment for you, and you should always remember. When the medical school asked me to address you, I wonder, what can I say that will actually help them with their clinical careers? I should tell them everything. But since I only have about 10 minutes, I'll give you the short version. I also knew that I wanted to mean something to everyone. Considering the difference in this group, it wasn't easy. You are from different countries, you speak different languages, and will practice all over the world. You have different careers, medical, dental, physical therapy, pharmacy. But despite these differences, what unites you today is the threshold you're all about to cross. About 16 years ago, or maybe 18, I was in your shoes. I know that these next steps are scary, because once you put on that coat and you walk into a clinic, there will be an assumption from the people around you that you know how to create miracles, that you know how to increase longevity, that you know how to make them pain-free, or even beautiful. When maybe, it's just your second day at the hospital and you can even find the cafeteria. The white coat that you received today is more than a symbol of the profession you have chosen. That simple piece of cloth is the external representation of what you know you already are. It is the physical reminder of the noble careers all of you have chosen. You are healers, something which wasn't always associated with the medical profession. Before the discovery of the link between microbes and disease, families either call the doctor or they call the priest. Both of them made house calls. Both show up in black coats, but only one could guarantee relief, at least relief for the soul. I guess we all know who that was. Patients were not always happy to see the black-coated doctor walking through the door. We can only imagine the happy reception that a white-coated doctor got. You'll be given a great level of respect, but your responsibilities will be many times greater. You must never forget the reason why you are given that respect, and strive to always be worthy of it. So, what do you do when you are responsible over another person's health, and you are not quite sure yet how to proceed? Don't panic. I'm here to tell you. At least I'll try. Lesson number 1, ask questions. Try to engage your patient. Who is here with you? What kind of job do you do? What are your hobbies? The patient might think that you are just being polite, but the answers to the questions are helping you understand the person behind the patient. Lesson number 2, listen. The very first lesson you learn is to listen to the body. You listen to the heart, you listen to the lungs, you listen to the abdomen. You listen for rubs, wheezes, bruises, pops, and clicks. So why don't you listen to what the patient is saying? Allow the patient to speak freely. Because you never know when a vital piece of information will be given. Sometimes listening requires inferring. For example, what is the patient saying to you when he claims to be following your treatment plan, but has never gone and refilled his prescriptions? Lesson number 3, listen. Yes, I'm saying it twice because it's twice as important as anything else you're gonna do. Listen to your colleagues. You might learn something new you didn't know before. Listen to your support staff. They can tell you what happens when you are not there. Listen to your mentors and teachers. If you need help, they are the one to help you. And listen to your own instincts. This is a talent you will develop through your clinical practices and experience. Most of you already sense when something is wrong. Now you start to feel that when you are with your patients. The worst kind of medicine is one based only on numbers, lab results, statistics, meta-analysis. Health is not just a numbers game. Every individual behaves differently. Medicine is an art form where you develop the ability to sense what is right and what is wrong, despite what the numbers are telling you. What a feeling it is when you hear a patient who says, I went to 3 other places and they said it was nothing. But you, doctor, you knew something was wrong. The last lesson, do not disconnect. Do not disconnect from your patients and the world around you. Technology is moving so quickly. We are able to provide care over thousands of miles via telemedicine. And it's a normal occurrence to walk into a doctor's office in the US, see the physician with a laptop, taking notes, ordering tests, but never talking to the patient. Don't let that happen. Lab results, genetic screening are becoming specific. I see a very near future. We will be tailoring therapies based on patients' DNA rather than common symptoms. This progress is a marvel of today's world, and you should embrace it, every aspect of it, until it interferes with your ability to provide targeted, individualized excellence in care. The best healthcare does not revolve around fixed standards and guidelines. If it did, the world wouldn't need us. We will be replaced by robots. What we do and what a robot should never be able to do is to provide compassion, understanding, empathy, and sympathy. I would like to share a simple story with you that will hopefully demonstrate the points that I have been talking about. Recently, I had a patient who came to my nephrology clinic with his wife. He was a big guy. I think in Polish you say, otyły. He said that he was taking his medications, he was eating right, but he felt lethargic. As I sat there listening and talking to them, I realized the wife also looked tired. So I asked, do you have sleep apnea? The patient answered the question with hesitation. Yes. So I asked, do you have a CPAP machine at home, and do you use it? His wife, this tiny little lady, looked at me, looked at him, pointed her finger at him, and said, you tell the doctor the truth. If you don't tell him, I will. At that point, she just gave me the entire story. He did have sleep apnea. He did have a CPAP machine. In fact, he had the best CPAP machine that is out there. He was not using it. His sleep apnea was so bad that she, the wife, spent most of her nights not sleeping, just listening to make sure that he was not dead and he was breathing. She was almost ready to divorce him. we talked a little longer. He promised that he would start using the CPAP. 3 months later, I received an envelope, handwritten note covered with American flag stickers, with my name spelled wrong, which is a frequent thing in the US if you're a Polish doctor. Inside was a letter from the wife that started with the line, and I quote, "Dr. K, thank you so much. He has finally been using his CPAP. After all these years, everyone trying and trying, and him refusing, he feels better. Amazing. Anyway, thank you from me too. The divorce was called off." End quote, smiley face. Yeah. In a nutshell, I listen, I ask questions, I infer, and I listen again. So, that's it. Those are the secrets of success in medicine. I encourage you to challenge yourself. Set very high standards for care. Your patient is and always should be number 1, number 2, and number 3 on your list of priorities. Don't forget that you also have a personal life. And the people in that life deserve just as much from you as your patients do. Now, on a personal note, I want to comment on the change in PUMS since I was here. It seems like yesterday. It's almost 20 years. 16, 18, 20. You know how old I am, so. I see that school was and is expanding. You have new dorms, which is great. When I was here, I lived on the 3rd floor in a school up, which, if you don't know, it was attached to Club Esculap. On Wednesdays, Club Esculap became a heavy metal club that stayed open until 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me tell you, concerts every Wednesday. It was a tough night to study. But then I got used to it, and you all get used to things. It was the thing that kept me up and allowed me to learn everything I needed to know for Professor Wozniak's class next morning. I don't think he ever knew how many of us passed neuroanatomy thanks to Metallica and AC/DC. I know he's greatly missed. I was sad to hear of his passing. But as I look around, it is nice to see other faculty members here today. I want to thank you all for giving me the skills, knowledge, you should know that there are many colleagues who have learned to respect the name of PUMS and the graduates. We have a school to be proud of. As your colleague, I want to tell you that you have my sincerest respect, best wishes for a successful future in medicine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kolankiewicz, for your speech. Now, we would like to invite our second guest speaker, Dr. Mohamed Lazizi, who just graduated earlier this morning from the class of 2016. Please welcome Dr. Lazizi to the stage.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for that speech. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I don't know how I'm going to follow up on that. I graduated literally half an hour ago, so don't expect. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate you all on taking your first steps into what will hopefully be a very long and successful career in medicine. I feel that starting medical school is just as big an occasion as graduating. You've transitioned from prospective medical students and you're now all physicians in training, and that's something you should be proud of. So, yeah, I graduated today. I started here 4 years ago in the 4MD program, and I'm sure you've heard it all before by some of my colleagues, but the time literally flies by. It feels like yesterday I was at the Freshers book sale trying to buy my first books for histology. And a lot has changed in the city as well. There used to be only a few places to eat. Now there's tons of streets, places to go anywhere you want. We had to buy paper tickets on the trams, believe that or not. Now you get those Pekka cards. It's great. The Rondo was under construction. Oh yeah, no, that's still not done yet. Yeah, that's not, ignore that bit, forget it, sorry. So yeah, a lot has changed in the city. And I remember when I first started clinicals, you would meet some of the older patients who haven't seen people of different ethnicities and whatnot. And some of the older women would say to me, "Oh, where are you from?" And both my parents are Moroccan, so I would take advantage of that and I would say, "I'm African." And they would say, "Oh, Africa." I'd be like, yeah, I'm African. It's like, you know, it's cool. They were excited. They wanted to know about it and everything. Yeah, and then Ebola happened last year, so I had to go back to being British. But again, don't worry about that one. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of changes over your 4 to 6 years here. And a lot of your courses are going to change. A lot of your modules are going to change. And that's my first message to you guys as students. Be a part of the change you want to see. So it's really easy to just sit back and complain and be like, "Oh, this is happening, this is happening." There's loads of faculty members and staff that want to hear your feedback. If you're not happy about something, speak up to someone. A lot of the changes are happening because of things that my class in the year before us have told them, and they've acted upon it. So be a part of the change you want to see, and you'll be able to positively influence your medical education. My next message to you guys is enjoy your time here. You're going to spend 4 to 6 years here. And a lot of my colleagues, again, I would speak to them and they would say, yeah, I just kept my head down and I just studied all day long. I just want to get out of here, I just want to finish. It sounds like a prison sentence. Like, really, enjoy yourself. Like, you're going to spend 4 to 6 of the best years of your life here. My advice to you all is get involved in at least one student society, whatever it is, whether it be student pediatrics, whether it be an RA, MSA, EPSU, NASG, get involved in something, you know. It gives you an outlet for, you know, the frustration or everything you have from studying medicine. So it will help you meet other people that you won't get to bump into. Usually you're going to hang around with just your own classmates. So this helps you branch out. You'll gain skills from being part of these organizations. And also it's really good on CVs. So when you're applying for jobs later on, they want to see a well-rounded person. They don't want to see someone who's done a degree. We've all going to have degrees. They want to see someone who's done a lot more with their time. So my third and final piece of advice for you guys is keep your eye on the prize. So it's, you know, it's a long time, it seems like it anyway, and it can be very draining, and there's a lot of studying that has to go in on it, and, you know, you might fail some exams, and it's going to be really depressing, but just remember why you started this. Remember why you applied to do medicine or dentistry. Like, remember the reason why you're here, and that is what kept me going. When I first started, I was told studying medicine is a bit like standing in front of a fire hydrant and having someone blast it in your face and you're trying to drink as much water as you can. And that really is the amount of knowledge that's crammed at you. And it's correct until you start pathology, and then it becomes like 10 fire hydrants. So yeah, just remember to help each other out. That's, you know, you guys are a class, you guys will graduate together, do this together. I had a really great teacher, you guys will meet him, he's a trauma and orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Grawa, and he says, if you're here just to wear a white lab coat, you should have been selling ice cream, okay? You don't need to do medicine to wear a white lab coat. So remember, you're going into a profession with the fundamental principle of helping each other out. So start off by helping each other, okay? So before you get to your patients, before you get to other people, help yourselves and help each other out and pull yourselves through. And I'm very sure within a few years, you'll all be standing up on the stage, graduating as well. So thank you all, and the best of luck with your studies.
Thank you, Dr. Lazizi, for this wonderful speech. We would like to now invite the deans to commence the formal cloaking of students in white coats, and also inviting Mr. Bartosz Zawada, the Vice President of the NASG, to come up on stage and read the names of the students. We'd like to invite 7 students at a time, please.
So we will be beginning with the 4MD class. And to start us off, we have Roberto Alexanders, followed by Venetia Ankala, Kamran Azam, Łukasz Blaszko, Prathira C, Smon C, Albert Tinjung Chung, now, Hendrik Koitsi, Anthony L. Huyakin, Ryan Gallagher, Yana Gordeeva, Wakar Hassan, Qingwei Hu, and Daniel Huang. Kaori Ito, Florian Karim, Rahul Kumar, Maish Lai, Masako Lee, Darlin Lee, and Jolly Lee. Next we have Kevin Lee, William Logue, Philip Matsukiewicz, Anhal Mehta, Brian Miller, Tuan Viet Nguyen, Anna Ono, and Sonia Pashke. And then Alexandra Petralska. Next we'll be calling up Joseph Patrick, Lincoln Peppard, Patricia Popovich, Joseph Powers, Pirunthi P, Kirthana R, and Janesha Ravi. Next we'll have Mashula Sadiki, Niflower Shaikh, Hala Sharma, Arshia Sindhu, Marshan Singh, and Pimtu Sapran S. Now we have Emyanka Sotiri, Janardhan T, Alexander Tsibulski, Jaksa Vabinsky, Gurvir Vadva, Daniel Chung Seangwang, Amanda Yan, and Natalia Yeo. And that is the 4MD class. So now moving on to the 6MD class, we'd like to welcome Christian Ast Lingby, Yusuf Abbas, Jasmine Abu Amara, Amir Abnuyayan, Jonas Aiden, Eric Batnes Penderson, and Maria Bolomiti. So next we have Bunta Chaipun, Ying Rong Chen, Yen Nung Chen, Billy Chen Chung, Carolina Tsigan, Roy Dahari, and Peter Dovlik. Next, we'd like to welcome up Emil Eliason, Sine Ganrod, Edwin Guatam, Noy Goldmans, Iskil Hagteved, Hardy Hyder, and Margaret Haugland. Now we'd like to welcome Liv Heide, Anna Helgoy, Jacqueline Holotka, Erika Holton, Matthias Fieldsten, Lars Erlig Jordal, and Kristen Karsdal. So next up, we'd like to welcome Simran Kaur, Panaporn K, Ronza Konzmi, Thomas Kibao, Eduardo Koab Karpiński, and Magdalena Krakowian, as well as Rike Crane. Next, we'd like to welcome up Xin Hu Koi, Chin Yang Li, Zhou Li, Yi Chun Li, Shish Xin Lu, and Misk Muhammad, as well as Min Tu Nguyen. Next, we'd like to welcome Henrik Nielsen, Adriana Nugda, Chutima Oki, Christine Omestad, Knut Inge Orlin, and Matthias Rike, as well as Didrik Roberts. Now we'd like to welcome Kevin Ruka, Or Sagi, Arthur Selvig, Amira Shadi, Pirun S., Conrad Stelmark, and Yingru Su. I would like to welcome Nantushan S., Victor Shturkowski, Veyborn Talsnes, Tobias Torresen, Marianne Tirland, and Maidan Sur. So we'll continue. Endrit Uikani, and Tanyu Upadhyaya. Julia Wozniak, Yi Yu Wang, Christopher Wengen, Pichaya W, Andre Vashkel. Wow. Suspain W, Chin N Wen, Adriana Wierzbicka, Shani Whitman, Xiao En Wu, and Eli Zahar. And that is the 6MD class. Now moving on to the dentistry class, we'd like to welcome Agunbiade O, Ahmed Syed, Chen Wei Ting, Chaudhary Arjun, Costa Vishal. All right, so Chapka Matthew, Dioncio Aaron, and Ginyet Robert. Now we'd like to welcome Grevson Tina, Handke Emily, Herman Memory, Hiron Hamal Abshid, Hung Soo Ju, and Khan Osamha, Koi Yi Lung. Kuo Tsu Liang, Lach Katarzyna, Lai Bo Cheng, Lee Dae Sung, Lin Ashley, Lin Lillian, and Lin Shish Swan. Now we'd like to welcome Ling Min, Mals Alexandra, Mikuta Marta, Misiri Michelle, Rachel Max, Sharma Akash, and Snekelbag. Now Strupak Yakub, Taikandi Irfan, Tangen Ingrid, Wanat Jessica, Wang Shi Che, Wu Xiao Tseng, and Wu Yung Cheng. Now Yen Shi Yu and Pindelski Choi Ricardo. and that is the class of dentistry. So now moving on to pharmacy, we'd like to welcome Anastasia Aksonov, Stephen Brunoet, and Vera Radwan. And there you have the pharmacy class this year. So now last but not least, we'd like to invite the class of physiotherapy up. Gonvind Paras Doki and Sunny Meng Du. This concludes the physiotherapy class.
And now, I would like to invite the Associate Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Alicia Kalinovska-Vischarz, to read the Hippocratic Oath.
Okay, everyone stand up. Accepting with respect and gratitude the conferred title of physician and being fully aware of the responsibilities involved with it, I do solemnly swear to fulfill my duties conscientiously, to protect human life and health from the moment of conception, to prevent suffering and disease to the best of my knowledge, and to help bring relief to the sick, irrespective of any differences as to their race, religion, nationality, political views, or financial status. Always bearing in mind the patient's welfare and showing them due respect, not to betray their confidence and keep private all knowledge concerning the patients even after their death. To protect the dignity of the medical profession, not to dishonor it. To treat my colleagues with due kindness without questioning patients' confidence towards them, yet at the same time acting impartially and having in mind the welfare of the patients under my care. To widen my professional knowledge and to share with the medical world all that I shall be able to discover, invent, and improve. I do solemnly swear.
Thank you, the deans. Dear distinguished guests, this concludes our formal proceedings for this event. Precious and I would like to thank you all for your time and presence here today, and we would especially like to thank the deans and all the students for participating in the ceremony. We wish you all a wonderful day ahead, and to the upcoming young doctors standing behind me, really, the sky is your limit. Keep pushing, and like I said before, don't ever give up. Thank you.
Also, we would like to invite all the students to gather around after the ceremony for a group picture. And also, we will close the white coat ceremony for the academic year 2015-2016. On behalf of the school authorities, we invite you all downstairs for a toast, and that concludes the ceremony. Thank you. And we ask that you all remain standing for the rector procession. Thank you.